Hey fellas, there's this critical moment that hits right after a breakup. Your mind starts screaming, text her, check her Instagram, fix this now. But here's the truth. Acting on that impulse is exactly why so many men lose their power. When a woman starts pulling away and you chase after her, you're not getting her back. You're actually proving she was right to walk away. You're handing her the power. And worse, you're weakening yourself in the process. Most guys collapse in this phase. They send long texts, make desperate calls, beg for answers. But the man who understands what I'm about to share, he doesn't just survive a breakup, he comes out on top. Why? Because no contact isn't just about going quiet, it's about being tactical. If you apply this method the right way, she'll feel the weight of your absence more than she ever felt your presence. Let's break this down. 1. Know your worth. Before you even think about cutting contact, there's one thing you need to lock in: your self-worth. This isn't just about ignoring your ex. It's about reminding yourself that your value doesn't depend on her approval. So many men go into the no contact period hoping it'll somehow convince her to come back. But that mindset is already broken, because if you're still trying to prove your worth to someone who walked away, you've already lost the battle. Here's the truth. If you don't see your own value, you'll keep chasing people who don't either. You'll obsess over her texts, her stories, her attention, all while forgetting that your power doesn't come from her. It comes from within. That's why no contact doesn't start with silence. It starts with you. Ask yourself, what kind of man do I want to be? One who constantly seeks validation? Or one who commands respect without having to beg for it? If you're not grounded in your identity, one Instagram story or a message from her will wreck your progress. But if you stand firm in what you bring to the table, your integrity, your presence, your purpose, nothing she does can shake you. This is about more than a breakup. It's about setting a new standard for how you allow yourself to be treated. You're not doing no contact to punish her or play games. You're doing it because you respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that makes you question your worth. So before you block her, before you disappear, check in with yourself. Are you doing this to win her back or to win yourself back? Because if it's the second one, you're already on the right path. 2. Commit 100%. No contact is only as effective as your commitment to it. This isn't something you try for a few days just to see what happens. You either do it all the way or you don't do it at all. The second you decide to go no contact, you're making a commitment, not to punish her, but to protect your peace, your progress, and your power. Start by choosing your time frame. Maybe it's 30 days, maybe 60, or maybe it's open-ended. Every situation is different. But whatever you choose, stick to it. Don't give yourself the option to break your own rule. Because when you do, you're not just reaching out to her. You're showing her that your boundaries mean nothing. And if you don't take your own boundaries seriously, why should she? You have to treat this like mental warfare. Every time you think about texting her, checking her page, or asking mutual friends about her, you're stepping backward. You're handing the power right back to her. The strength of no contact lies in consistency. The more you hold the line, the more she starts to notice your absence. The silence starts to echo. The control she once felt begins to slip. But this only works if you're fully in. No second guessing. No, just one text moments. The man who wins after a breakup isn't the one who gets her back, it's the one who gets himself back. And that only happens when you commit without hesitation. This isn't about being stubborn, it's about regaining control of your life. So when you decide to go no contact, mean it. Let your discipline speak louder than your words ever could. 3. Do a digital detox. One of the fastest ways to lose your power during no contact is through your phone. We live in a time where a few taps can drag you right back into emotional chaos. Her stories, her posts, her new likes, they all become landmines you're stepping on every day. That's why a digital detox isn't optional, it's essential. As soon as you commit to no contact, clean house. Block her number if you need to, mute her stories, unfollow her. This isn't about being dramatic or petty, it's about protecting your mental and emotional clarity. You can't heal while staring at digital reminders of the person who hurt you. But don't stop with her. Think bigger. Start filtering your entire feed. Remove the content that reinforces your pain, whether it's breakup quotes, sad music playlists, or YouTubers telling you to wait it out. Replace that with content that challenges you, inspires you, or educates you. Follow people who push you forward, not those who pull you back. And let's be real, your phone can be either your most powerful tool or your biggest weakness. It all depends on how you use it. Every time you pick it up, you're making a choice. Fuel your growth or feed your distraction. No contact isn't just about blocking her, it's about building you. And that starts with making sure your digital world reflects the man you're becoming, not the boy who's stuck in the past. You're cutting the cord for a reason. Make sure it stays cut. So turn your phone from a source of pain into a weapon of transformation. Control your attention and you control your emotions. That's the digital detox mindset. 4. Lock down your space breakups. Don't just live in your mind, they live in your environment too. Certain places carry emotional weight. The coffee shop you two went to every Sunday. The gym where she smiled at you. That favorite restaurant where you always got the same booth. These aren't just locations, they're emotional triggers. If you really want to heal, you have to change your surroundings. At least temporarily, remove yourself from the places that pull you back into emotional memory. The reason is simple. Your brain is wired to connect places with experiences. Walk into that old bar, and your mind starts replaying conversations, laughter, arguments. It's not nostalgia, it's a trap. Instead, find new spaces that help you grow. Try a different gym, go to a new coffee shop, take a different walking route, go somewhere you've never been. These aren't just new spots, they're clean slates. Every time you enter a fresh space, your mind starts forming new associations. That's how healing works. Locking down your space also means making your home a sanctuary. Clean your room. Get rid of anything that reminds you of her. Upgrade your environment. Make it a place of peace, not a graveyard for old memories. You're not running from the past. You're creating distance from it so you can see it clearly. Emotional healing requires emotional space. And sometimes that means letting go of places before you can let go of people. So take charge of your environment. Treat your space like sacred ground. Guard it with everything you've got. Because when your surroundings reflect peace, your mind will start to follow. 5. Avoid monk mode. A lot of people will tell you to go full monk mode after a breakup. Cut everyone off. Isolate yourself. Dive deep into solitude. And yes, there's a certain strength in silence. But isolation isn't always the answer. Solitude can help you reflect, but too much of it can trap you in your own head. Here's the difference. Solitude is chosen. Isolation is a cage. When you go completely silent, without any healthy external input, your thoughts can spiral. You start replaying old memories, creating fake scenarios, questioning everything. That's not growth, that's emotional quicksand. And too many men sink in it without even realizing. Instead of cutting off the world, start curating it. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, not people who pacify your ego or feed your bitterness. You need voices in your life that say, "Hey man, get up, keep going." Real friends don't let you drown in your sadness. They throw you a rope and pull you out. Keep your circle tight, but keep it active. Join a group, a class, a gym. Do something that keeps your energy moving. You need forward motion. The idle mind is the devil's workshop, and if all you're doing is sitting around thinking about her, you're not healing, you're looping. The strongest men don't go monk mode, they go mission mode. They use their pain as fuel, not as an excuse to shut down. They rest when needed, but they don't retreat from life. So yeah, take time to yourself, reflect, breathe, but don't disappear into the shadows. Get out there, build, connect, evolve. Because the man who comes out of this storm should be wiser, sharper, and more alive than the one who walked into it. 6. Harness mental fortitude. Let's be real, this is the part where most men fail. The mental tug of war after a breakup is brutal. You'll have moments when everything inside you screams, check her page, text her, just one message, just one reply. That's the test, and it's the one most guys lose. But you're built differently. You don't just survive heartbreak, you use it. Every time you resist the urge to reach out, you reclaim your power. That tiny act of discipline, repeated over days and weeks, reshapes your entire emotional structure. You're not just staying silent, you're forging mental steel. Now let me be clear, you're going to feel weak sometimes. You'll scroll, you'll hover over her name, you'll type a message and delete it. That's normal. But what separates strong men from broken ones is what they do next. The weak give in, the strong redirect. Take that energy and do something with it. Hit the gym, build your body, learn a skill, start that project you've been putting off. When you transmute emotional pain into personal development, you become dangerous, in the best way possible. And here's a psychological truth for you: the extinction burst. It's when someone is used to getting attention from you, and then you suddenly go silent. Their brain goes into withdrawal. The craving intensifies. She may not admit it, but she will feel it. And when that silence gets loud, she'll remember you in ways she didn't before. But the moment you break no contact too early, you ruin all of that. You reset the entire game. You hand your power back. Don't let 1 weak second erase weeks of progress. Stay the course. Strength isn't about having no emotion. It's about controlling what you do with it. And that control, that's what makes you unforgettable. 7. Analyze the aftermath. Once the silence has settled in, once the emotional dust has cleared, it's time to look at the wreckage, not with regret, but with clarity. This is where most men skip a step. They survive no contact, but don't take the time to understand what it revealed. But if you don't analyze the aftermath, you risk repeating the same mistakes. Ask yourself the hard questions. Are you feeling more clear-headed than when this began? Do you miss her, or the idea of her? Are you remembering the relationship honestly, or through a filter of loneliness? This is your chance to break the emotional illusion and see things for what they really were. If, after all this time, you realize she wasn't the woman for you, good. Now you can walk away with your head high and your dignity intact. That's not a loss. That's a win. Burn that bridge with confidence and build something stronger from the ashes. But if you truly believe there's still potential, if you see areas where both of you could grow and come back stronger, then you better not go back empty-handed. You need standards, boundaries, self-respect, a plan. Because a reset without accountability is just a cycle waiting to repeat itself. And remember this, just because she reaches out doesn't mean you rush back in. Make her prove she's grown too. If she doesn't meet your new level, she's not meant to walk with the man you've become. At the end of the day, this isn't just about her, it's about you. What did you learn? Who did you become? No contact was never about ignoring her. It was about making room for a better version of yourself. That's the real aftermath. Self-awareness, clarity, and power. Final message: the win is in the transformation. Here's the brutal truth most men don't want to hear. She might not come back, or she might, but that's not the point. The point is, who did you become in her absence? Most men go through a breakup and crumble. They beg, they chase, they make excuses for her behavior. And then they wonder why she lost respect. But the rare man, the one who holds the line, who uses no contact to build himself into something unrecognizable from who he used to be, that man doesn't just recover, he evolves. By the time she even thinks of reaching out again, he's not the same man she left. He's sharper, colder maybe, but wiser, more focused, more in control. He's not acting out of desperation anymore, he's living with direction. No contact isn't just a technique, it's a transformation. It's about reminding her, and more importantly yourself, what it feels like to lose you. Because when your presence was taken for granted, your absence becomes power. And if she does come back? She's not coming back to the guy she left. She's facing someone new, someone who took heartbreak and turned it into a personal revolution. And she'll have to earn her place beside him, if she even gets that chance. So hold the line, trust the process, stay disciplined. Use the silence not as a punishment, but as a forge. You're not waiting for her, you're working on you. And when the time comes, whether she returns or not, it won't matter, because you'll already have won. You became the kind of man who never needs to chase, the kind of man who is impossible to forget. Until next time, stay focused, stay grounded, and stay powerful.